John Eats Cheap making a favorite tonight. We discovered this. We used to eat at a restaurant we used to have in town called Buca de Beppo. They're not here anymore, but it's a national chain or a Midwest chain. And they had great garlic mashed potatoes. It was the red potatoes with the skin on and butter and cream and garlic. And we figured out how to make them at home. In fact, I was in the hospital several years ago, not in very good shape. I wasn't eating much. Mrs. Cheap brought me some of these garlic mashed potatoes, and I would eat these and watermelon, and that was it. And drink Crystal Light. That was all I would eat. But I made it. She pulled me through. So we're going to show you how to make them. And these, I'm serious, this is not your roasted garlic mashed potatoes. This is raw, real garlic mashed potatoes. So I washed my potatoes. We're going to do these with the skin on. I cut off a couple of spots that were just kind of iffy, you know. It's like, we'll just cut it off just to be safe. So they're clean. I'm just chunking them up, you know, about that size, and put them in the pan. And the great thing is with garlic mashed potatoes, if there's leftover, they reheat very well. So I'm chunking these up, getting them in the pan. We'll get them cooking.
And you said you could roast the garlic if you wanted to.
Yeah, for the garlic, we'll get to that next, but yeah, you can roast the garlic, but I mean, these are really garlicky if you do raw garlic. First time we had them, I actually thought it was onion because it had such a bite and crispiness, and then I said to Mrs. Cheap, no, this is garlic that's just raw, but they're great. All right, that's a full pan of taters. And you know what? You can even, if you don't love the skin on the potatoes, you can peel it like halfway, kind of half peel them. That works too. But we like the red ones with the skin on. Filled a pot with water, and I'm just gonna put that on high, and we're gonna cook those until they're tender. So now I'm getting the garlic ready. I got the individual cloves. Just kind of, you know, smash them a little bit so we can get that cover off of it. This garlic has got a couple of covers. There we go. That one's too small to mess with. And I always I hate getting raw garlic with the stem on it. So I always cut the stem off. Come on, that's chewy. I don't want that. So now we just want to smash these down a little bit. Just to crush them, get that flavor out of there, and then we're just gonna dice them. And I want them chopped. I don't want them minced real fine. I want them a little bit chunky. So I'm going with a dice.
Kind of a rough chop.
Yeah, there you go. And you know, I used to be able to get a big bag of already cleaned garlic at Costco for like $5 or $6. But I think I was buying so much of it, they knew it was a hot commodity, so they started charging like $10, $12 for it. So it's not worth it right now. But it was a big sealed bag with a Ziploc on the top, and you could, you know, it would stay good in the fridge for 6 to 8 weeks. But it's too expensive now, so it's just not worth it. And that's about the size I'm gonna go for. That's not roasted, that's raw garlic, just chopped, ready to add to our mashed potatoes. All right, so our taters are tender. They've been about 20, 25 minutes. I'm gonna drain them and get them back in the pot. So here we go. We add butter, and I mean lots of butter. I'm gonna use all this butter. You know, I'm just gonna throw it in there. What the heck, right? And now we mix it. I never use a hand mixer.
Masher.
Yeah, masher. I don't do that. I always just use, you know, the hand blender. Or the hand mixer, I guess. I do it in the original pot, which keeps it hot. Just want to get it down a little bit. And I am going to add some salt. Potatoes take a lot of salt, I'll tell you that. Once we get them broken up with that butter, we're gonna add a little milk. Now my mom always used to heat up the milk. You can do that, but I'm still doing it on the warm stove in a hot pan, so don't need to do that. So we're mixed up that much. Were you gonna say something, Mrs. Cheap?
This is a pretty cheap side dish.
Oh yeah, it is very cheap. And now look at that. All my minced garlic, not roasted. It's raw.
But you can roast it.
You can if you want, but it won't be as much garlic flavor or bite. Mix that in. And you know what? This is real mashed potatoes. I'm going to tell you a pet peeve right now. Restaurants that do smashed potatoes. I call those I was too lazy to make mashed potatoes. Just my opinion. You know what? The big time chefs that do smashed potatoes, I just think they didn't feel like going all the way to make mashed. I am not a fan of smashed potatoes.
No, really?
So there we go. Those are ready to go. Let me, oh, doesn't it smell good, Mrs. Cheap?
It does.
And now, what do you do to top that off? Of course, more butter.
Yes, there should be little pools of butter in
Yep,
there.
yep.
Yeah.
So there we go. There's our butter. I'm going to cover that because the rest of our dinner is almost done. It's on the grill. All right, I'm not going to lie. I went to check the steaks, flipped them. I added some more butter. These are going to be so good. So Mrs. Cheap and I are splitting a T-bone tonight, just off the grill. We're going to let it rest a couple of minutes. And look at that, our buttery, really garlicky mashed potatoes. You know what? I got to give this a try while our steak is resting. But I'm pretty sure we're going to be quite happy with it. Raw garlic, I'm telling you, that's the key. Don't do roasted. Do roasted if you like. But this is the way to do it. Garlic roast potatoes. Hey, garlic mashed potatoes, not roasted. Don't roast.
You can roast if you want to.
Yeah. Thanks for watching Johnny's Cheap. Subscribe, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. We're on all of them. Click the bell so you get notifications. We love doing the videos, and give us any ideas you have that you'd like to see us do at Johnny's Cheap. Thanks for watching.